and welcome to Pommyinoz, Carlton. 2 wins from 2. Don't know what to do with myself. When was the last time that happened? Probably the 18th century. Who knows? Welcome to this week's episode of Pom's Hot Take. If you are new around here, please drop a like and subscribe. It means a lot. We're so close to 200. We've had an up and down week in the AFL, haven't we? Complete banter-thon. But we're here. We're finally here. We've definitely got another week of footy. Woohoo! So, let's have a look at what's gone on this week. So, my beloved Blue Boys, let's start with them. It's always a good place to start. And we got up against the Bombers. Told ya. It happened. Melbourne is blue. Yeah, so we got up against Essendon, and it was a real scratchy game. There was a lot of talking points, though, from that game. Let's start with the first. Zach Merrett, probably the biggest dog in Victoria. And seeing we're completely screwing up COVID, that is saying something. It's the second time that he sniped a Carlton player. Lockie Plowman in 2017 being the first. And he did it again. What an odious individual. I mean, look at the state of Zach Merrett. How can that guy be a bully? I mean, genuinely disgusted. Like, it's okay when people are saying it's a love tap. Now, I want to know what kind of coitus people are having if that's a love tap, because I've done some weird things in the bedroom, never broken someone's rib or bruised a lung. I mean, that's one hell of a love tap. And I tell you what, it's surprising that the pregnancy rate is so hard in Australia if that's deemed as a love tap. But, I mean, watch the replay again. He had no intent of going for the ball. He had eyes for JSOS. And I know JSOS is a good-looking boy. I mean, I've met him. I've stood next to him at the B&F. And I had a huge man crush on him as well. But, I mean, come on, Zach. You're better than that, mate. You're a very talented footballer. Let your football do the talking. And then we had a few ex-players, didn't we? We had Kane do his usual thing because he loves chasing the clout, old Kane. And, saying that there was nothing in it. Well, I mean, Kane, I love you, buddy. You're a very, 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 very influential figure in my life. I froth some of the crap you talk. Tell you what, if that's a love tap, you know, we need some fundraising for this great country. This great country is suffering in Victoria at the moment. Why don't we have a boxing match, you and me? Hey, we'll do a love tap-a-thon. I think that'd be great, that, for charity. I've lost a bit of weight. Could do with sharpening up a little bit. Let's do it, you and me. But anyway, another talking point was umpires' ability to measure 50 metres. Like, let's just, aside from the point, what the hell was that 50 for? I mean, I've never seen someone be blocked so many times and somehow encroach a protected area. Poor bets. But 90 metres? Like, Jesus heck. I mean, I'm a man, and I was, you know, single at one point in time, and I've been known to boost measurements, but 50 metres to 90? Ecky peck. Blags the head, doesn't it? Can you imagine getting a quote for offence from that umpire? And it's alright, I know the Australian culture is lay off the umpires, but I come from a Pommy culture, and to me, you volunteer to do that job, and to me, it's the same as being a traffic warden. You volunteer to do a job that ultimately is going to let people down and ruin their lives. So you have to be of the train of thought. A very special kind of person can do that. Very strong-willed character. And I don't mind getting decisions wrong. You know, the 50 I'll let slide, because the 50 takes you, halfway between the 50 arc and the centre circle. But 90 metres, like, come on, measuring, this is year 1 maths, boys and girls. I mean, look at how many steps Sard takes. So a step is roughly a metre. Going back to my golf days, it takes about 92 steps, man. Come on, AFL, we're better than that. Also talking about AFL, Clarkson saying, how can you have 60-odd tackles and no holding the ball? The distinct irony that Clarkson is asking for free kick hawthorn. Saying it all, man. Like, of all the coaches in the AFL to suggest we need more free kicks, Clarkson comes out. Tell you what, this week, 2020 can't get any weirder. I said it to my wife the other day. I can't wait to go down to the shops and see the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Not even surprised anymore. 2020 is a complete barnstormer. This is the only year I'm going to allow anyone on Facebook to say, good riddance 2020, here's to 2021. Because if you've had a good 2020, You know, I want to party with you because I reckon your party stories are wild. In other news, in more local Carlton news, because of the Victorians, we have to play on Thursday and look like we're hubbing. What is going on with Victoria? Like, you know, I cop a lot of stick because I'm a Pom, and I'll cop that because I view myself as an Australian just with a funky accent. But now my home state is completely pissing this up for the rest of us. What is going on? Like, the other day I was down Main Street and I drove past the sushi bar and it was packed, man. Packed. Like, what is going on with Victoria? Like, I know we're allowed to do things. There's a certain things that, you know, we are allowed to do that, I would admit, has been a bit of a trial. But if you're like me with 3 kids and a wife, do you know what I mean, and a father-in-law that lives with you, like, under lock and key anyway. So what the hell is everyone else in Victoria doing? Like, Fitness First had over 200 members join up when they did a 50% off gym membership. Like, wow. It's blagging my head. And it's ruining the footy. It's ruining the footy. Like, come on. We can't have WA and New South Wales ahead of us. Come on, Victoria, pull together. Stay at home. Stop doing stupid stuff. In more isolated Carlton news, you may be familiar with a great friend of mine and a great friend of the channel and a great friend probably to all you Carlton lot. Queensland's very own Riley Starray. Wonderful journalist, and if you ever get to see some of his stuff, please check it out. Well, Richmond have got their own version. Imagine going to Audi and asking for an articulate journalist like Riley Starray, and you'd probably get old Bobby Winston at Richmond. Bobby Winston suggests that Carlton should get rid of JSOS because he's not good enough to make the 22. Richmond need to start winning. Well, Robbie, obviously old Bobby got a bit of stick from the Carlton paternity because you can't say that about Sauce. Bobby, let me answer that for you, my friend. JSOS is an integral part of the 22. His forward pressure, his football craft and his IQ is exceptional. And I can guarantee you now when David Teague does his names, of the 22, I'd say JSOS would be top 5 in that. He's a very integral part. He brings forward pressure. He's got one of the highest inside 50 conversion rates in the comp. And for me, he's a lock for the first. I mean, Carlton love that. You look at how Teague plays, it's very good. I know you did it to stir a few people up, but come on, mate. You're a lovable Kane Corns. I mean, we've all been referred to Kane Corns. Stop doing it, Bobs. We love you. I know you're a bit hurt. Richmond need to start winning. And I agree with you. It's a depressing time. I say some stupid stuff when Carlton are on our losing streaks. But come on. Come on, mate. Calm it down. Also, the West Coast continue to just play horribly. I mean, TPI for the first time didn't tip them and TPI was right. And in the tipping stakes, TPI had a really good week this week. So did I. So getting 7 out of 9, which is a phenomenal effort for both of us. And yeah, what is going on with the Eagles? The Eagles just don't... I mean, you can't even make... There's probably an argument to be made with the 10-metre width being taken away from them at the Metricon as opposed to the Optus. But they look shocking. Absolutely shocking. And Simo, you can see, ain't happy. It's going to be very interesting because I tipped them to win the flag this year. A lot of work to do. It's kind of crazy to think that they just look off. They look off. Another team that's struggling as well is Richmond. A wonderful victory for the St Kilda up there. And that was a phenomenal performance. And Richmond, they look short of it as well. It's been a very topsy-turvy season. COVID evidently not only makes us stay in our house and do stupid things, but it also makes top teams not be able to do basic skill things, which is crazy. But, I mean, I'm sure they'll turn it round. We've got a big week ahead. But another talking point for me is Matt Rao. I'm running out of superlatives for this guy. And he's phenomenal. Another 2-goal performance. Cost me 850 because Nat 5 decided to do an Ami. Cheers, Nat, if you're watching. Big fan of yours. And Nat Fife was also in the headlines when old Mick Malthouse proved that in the 90s when he coached West Coast there was a drug culture by suggesting he's overrated. What is going on? Is there any link from COVID and psychological deficiencies? Has to be, because some of the stuff that's coming out of the AFL at the moment is pure banter. I don't know who Nat Fife that Mick Malthouse is familiar with, but the Nat Fife I'm familiar with is a dual Brownlow, a player that plays with a broken leg in a prelim, and a man that carries Fremantle in all of its pursuits. an absolute phenomenal sportsman and an absolute king of the game. And if anyone's got anything to say about Nat Fyfe that's negative, go and watch another sport. Nat Fyfe is a solid footballer, an absolute gun. And I tell you what, he wears his heart on his sleeve and he gives everything for Fremantle. And he would be a walk-up start for any of the 18 AFL clubs. For me to say that he is soft and not a good footballer is madness. He is one of the very best. His stats back it up. His performances week on week back it up. Nat Fyfe is a solid footballer. So come on, Mick. This is almost as daft as that time you said that you couldn't see us losing a game and we proceeded to lose every game there on in. Come on, Mick. Sort it out. A lot of time for you. But bullshittery I'm not. And finally, Sam Newman finally got what he deserved and he got removed from TV. Well, we talked about it last week, and I tell you what, I don't know what is more stupid, our inability to follow COVID restrictions or Sam Newman's tweets. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Dartboard throw. Well, that is the wrap. We've had a wonderful week, an up and down week, and I'm sure there'll be more talking points. As always, it's a pleasure talking to you. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you are around this evening, 7 o'clock, please check out Blue Abroad, the other channel I'm a part of. We'll be recapping the Essendon game and we'll also be going through and answering your questions about the St Kilda fixture that's on Thursday. And whether you support the Blues or not, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Pom out.